Boom, boom. This is getting ready. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Soul Land Reloaded up today, so we got a bunch of stuff going on inside of the game. So we've got a big. This is a server merge event. Now, this is obviously just going to be associated with AME's S45, I believe, is the server that we're on, the America server. So it's a pretty big merger, at least for us it is, because it's introducing one of the largest guilds, which is Fairy Tale. So we're going to be, it's going to be difficult for us to continue being in one of the top three guilds in terms of the, sect battle, or not sect battle, but the actual, weekly speed run. It's going to be difficult for us to maintain our third place ranking inside of this because Fairy Tale is huge. I mean, Fairy Tale has already taken over the they have already clearly taken over the actual Soul Beast Forest. So, when I logged on this morning, so we've got Fairy Tale's in here now. There's another one called Fire Whale. I'm not sure I'm familiar with them. Divination, of course, always got it, but we got So we've got a bunch of new guilds in here. Now, when I logged on this morning, Fairy Tale had they had this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. They still got this one right here, but this is in the evening, so a lot of people haven't logged on. But in the morning, they were clearly dominating. As you can see, we normally have one or two of these to ourselves, but we don't right now. We don't have any, so it's going to be, it's going to be a little bit tricky with these new guilds in here being able to actually maintain it. Let's just simply look at the BPs on these. Okay, 5605, 2728, 1374, 4050. I mean, these are all larger than most of the people in our guild. We've only got a couple, so it's going to be, it's going to be different. And that's just Fire Whale. That's not including some of the ones from Fairy Tale. So yeah, it's going to be pretty tricky to actually maintain our level of dominance we've had, because we've always been in the top three of the Sects speed race every week. So it's going to be interesting to see if we can maintain that. But of course, in the end, it all comes down to who plays. If you don't participate, then you're not going to do any well. So there is that. So they might not be. If they don't have a lot of their players participating in the actual event, then of course we could still maintain a third place. But we'll know tomorrow evening, as Friday evening, because the race starts on Friday evening. So we'll see what place we are in, and we'll go from there. See if we can actually do something and still maintain a little bit of our dominance in that particular portion. But yeah, we're just gonna have to see. But it's a big drop, because I think 3,100 diamonds is the average that you get. That's of course weekly. It's not a make or break, but it's 3,100 less than we had before. So we'll just have to see if we can do it. But let's go ahead and do a herb delivery here. I think I've got one more herb delivery for today. Treasure pot. Yeah, I've got to claim that and call my protection up to call protector. Go ahead and do a delivery. Always do an ultimate delivery, because that's the way you get the rewards inside of there. Go into our protection list and we'll grab G. So even though we are a lot lower than some of those guilds, it doesn't really matter if they don't participate. So we'll just have to see. But my assumption is, considering how big that they are, that they will probably most likely participate. That would be my assumption. So the speed race opens up in 33 hours, so it'll be starting Saturday morning. It closes up Friday night, so we still have tomorrow. We're usually between 400 and 500 for our personal energy. So even if even if the VP is lower, if we have more personal energy, you get more speed. So, but and then a lot of it would have to do with taking out if you do battles and stuff whatnot. Which of course you should always attack some of the other um, ships so that you can you slow them down a little bit. So that's why you want to participate in that. So we'll have to just see. But yeah, we'll definitely let you know. But yeah, it looks like there's two, Fire Whale and Fairy Tale servers that'll be guilds that'll be sects that'll be moving into this server. So as they merge, six. I'm not sure where they're from, actually, but yeah, they'll be coming in. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. All right, so let's see what do we got. So we have got that the server merge event. A little bit. It's got a little bit of rewards for it. They're going to give you battle it out. Do some attacks. Gets quite a bit of universal fragments, which is always good. You can use those on any character. We're going to be needing those, of course, for BB Dawn once we get her. Then you got a chance to get your hands on some keys, awakening keys. Okay, so that's always nice. And then they got Soul Beast Invasion, which just gets some other keys to open up the chests. The gold keys are nice. Not very good rewards inside this, but this is easy to get. On the average, I do 15 to 20 Soul Beast Invasions a day. I would just usually purchase. I'll use the 10 that you get free, 10 keys, and then I'll usually purchase another 10 and just run that out. That usually puts me pretty high in terms of my ranking, in terms of Soul Beast Invasion. Let's see what I am. Leaderboard ranking right now, I'm 22. So, but you do 20 a day, and you'll usually get into the top 10 pretty easy. I don't know if that's going to be the case anymore. Like I say, we've got this new ranking sim, so we've got to see a bunch of new users in terms of here. These are all new people. Grim the Fallen. Yeah, I've never heard of any of these users. Grim the Fallen, News, Day-G01, Axel 1 Sam. Yeah, there's quite a few names in here. I know the best one that I've not heard of. So I would assume that these are probably from some of the other guilds. See if we can get it a sect. Yeah, Fairy Tale. See, so yeah, it starts right there. So he's in Fairy Tale. So as you can see, Fairy Tale. This is in Nebula. Nebula is actually not new. Xenophobia is new. Fire Whale, new. So these are all new people. Normally I would be in the top 10 already. It's probably going to take me a little while longer. I might have to start purchasing 20 keys and doing possibly 30 runs a day. But a lot of that's, of course, on your next thing is sharing their actual soul beast. So yeah, definitely going to be a change, and we'll just have to see the new, see what the new set is in terms of that. I'd like to try to maintain my PvP at top 30, but I'm not sure if that's going to be feasible now. Moving in with that new couple of new guilds, so I have to see. But that's it for that. So we got time limited events up as well. Nothing really new in here. They've kept this pretty tame, and that's because they've got the server merge event, and they've got a palace treasure hunt going on. Always a good little thing. Make sure you do the dailies and step through. It gets a lot of way to get some martial souls, and a lot of way to get some herbs as well too. So keep an eye on that. Battle Pass, nothing new there. Monthly setup. We do have a Divine King suit up, like I said. This is really not that big of a deal. They have this often. You have to purchase money to get any of the SP sets, but you can actually do the chest and walk away with a bunch of Phoenix Divine Blood. So I always do purchase it, and I'll be doing this. You only have to do 150. So you don't need. It's not. It's 150 keys, not 100. Not 10, 150. So this is the straight keys. It's not a times 10 function. It's not like times 10, 1. Okay, it's not like that. It's singular to keys because you don't get a lot of these keys. The only way to really get these keys is in a Soul Beast Forest. As you can see, I have 78. So I'm going to have to purchase 10 of them. and I'm going to have to do that 5, 6, 7 times to actually get the total that I need to complete the event. So 110 will give you 10. You should always try to open 10, of course. That's just the best that way, because it always guarantees you a doomstone, so it guarantees you one of these if you do it. So as you can see, it's counting up, and you only need 150, so you just need to open it. But you'll have to purchase. I'll have to use some actual of the diamonds to continue. 1800 for another 10, and I'll have to do this until we get 150. So it'll be quite depressing in terms of how much. So we're probably going to be down to, so we need 9 more. I'm just going to go ahead and do another 10, because I really don't see the piece, even though it'll take us a little bit over. But there, so that's all we've got. So 24. So it cuts you down, but this is allows you to get all of the rewards. Okay. None of the rewards are that enticing. This is nice because these are used for leveling up your SPs for your breakthroughs, so you need those. So that's nice, but you're really going for the divine blood. That's really what you're going for. You can purchase it. You can purchase it inside of the actual time limited sale, but you can only get 15 right here. You can only get 15 of them. That's not a lot. 60. I mean, that's 4 times as much. So it's definitely something you will go for. I will purchase most of this stuff before this event ends. It just opened up today, so I've got plenty of time. It's always just a little March. I knew that we'd be getting the event pretty soon, because they give it pretty regularly, so it's not unusual. I was expecting a little bit more since we are coming into the weekend, but we should. These events will end on Sunday, the day before Christmas. They'll end on Christmas Eve, so there'll probably be something coming out on Christmas that's a rather large event. The festival. Then, of course, we're going to have the Lunar New Year Festival, of course, which is very big. That's usually a 9-day event as well, too. So we'll be seeing some of that stuff. And we should be coming on new characters and whatnot here pretty soon. So it's going to be exciting going into the new year. But yeah, definitely going to be a little bit more challenging in terms of placement. We were always the third guild, okay. So the second or third guild behind Divination, because Divination was the biggest. But yeah, it's going to be tricky because these guilds are large. Fairy Tale, Firewall, they're larger guilds, and they do participate a lot inside the slaughter, so inside the Soul Beast Forest. So we'll have to see exactly what it comes to. But I'll give you an update on that. In terms, it's not really that surprising. I don't think it'll impact that much in the long run. I'm going to keep growing as well too. I'll be big jump once I actually get BB Dong, and I'll have my main team will be a lot more powerful. Ma is just pretty much useless in terms of bringing up the doing damage, because he just it's AOE. It's just really not something that's exceedingly useful. So keep on focusing on my dragon here. Gives you big BP. We're up to 266. And I've got enough of the actual S ranks to actually get BB Dong maxed out once we get her. I'm hoping we'll get her in the next event. Like I said, it's going to be close. It's all good. If I have a fairly decent pool, I should be able to get her. But we'll just have, we'll have to make a determination. If I come up a little bit short, then I'll have to wait another 2 weeks. I would prefer not to. Plus, I'm not exactly sure how the SPs are going to be working. Or, I'm sorry, the SSPs. So it's one of that. I have had a couple people mention that there's going to be healer. It's going to be, I guess, Tangxian's mother, Ayun's going to be making a comeback. She's going to be one of the SSPs. So that'll be interesting. A healer. It'll be interesting to see what they're going to offer an SSP healer. My assumption would be that she's probably going to have some attack capabilities. Would not be surprised if we get a direct skill that does specifically boost attack and attack speed. Um, so it'll be interesting to see what they offer. I mean, she's an SSP, so when you start getting to this point, it terminal. The way they grade epic characters, they usually just give them more skills. You know, they'll like an S. Like I said, an SS plus will have two main skills that they use. And triple S will have three. SP will have four. And SSPs probably. I doubt they can't really introduce any more skill. My assumption is there'll be a better passive, and we'll see bigger percentages from the skill outputs. We're probably going to still just see three or four main skills, but they're going to be probably higher percentages. Would be my assumption. I doubt very seriously if we're going to see a support healer that actually does damage directly. Generally, they don't do something like that. They generally just dominate from the healing count. I mean, Oscar was an excellent healer. I mean, it did not get any better than Oscar when it came to healing. But that's all Oscar really did. I mean, he had I think he had one skill, which was just a support skill, but there wasn't anything that made you attack better. Which is why I'm still using Ling Ling, because Ling Ling does have a boost to attack speed and attack. So we'll see exactly what happens. But yeah, so it's all going to be get BB Doll, get her into the team, and I think we'll see a large increase in my damage. Probably going to need it if I want to maintain some abilities up close there. Let's go ahead and check out. The arena. See what we're looking for here. The arena. Let's see if Fairy Tail has made their presence known yet. Okay. Fairy Tail has Fire. Well, Firewell seems to be the more damaging. I guess it was Firewell. So we've got Get Shrek'd. That is new. Divination, that's from ours. Where's Buka? Well, Buka was dominant on the server for quite some time. I don't even see. It doesn't look like Wild Buka's participating. I'm still ranked at 23. So I'm still maintaining 30. But just these are Fire Whale. These are all new. Fire Whale's new. There's Fairy Tail. He's new. Yeah, I don't see some of the actual people participating in this yet. We'll probably have to wait till after the holiday season to get an accurate depiction, but I'm still ranked at 23. I was 9, I think but yeah, considering these BPs, there's no way I'm going to be able to compete with those. But yeah, so it looks like Firewhale seems to be the more, I guess. Oh, there's Buka. Buka is still number 1. You're not going to beat Buka. Buka's on Divination. They were the biggest guild on the server. I mean, Buka's got 23,884 BP. As you can see, Firewell's at 5605. That's not that's like 18. It's like 17,000 more. So Buka's still the top. But yeah, we've got some new people moving in here, so it'll be interesting. But yeah, it's pretty good. That's good. All right, I'm happy to be 23 still. I was expecting I was probably going to be pushed out into the 40s or 50s with all the new ones coming in. I don't do much in terms of arena. From a free-to-play perspective, you really can't beat some of those guys. But I do like to actually get in there. One thing I've noticed a lot is I've been getting a lot of assists. A lot of assist requests, which is good. That's one of the actual battle pass rewards sometimes, so that'll be helpful. If we get a little more participating, get a lot more assists. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So nothing big as of yet. Just keep an eye on the Divine King suit. Make sure that you do the keys, the Soulbone keys, so that you can get the 60 Phoenix Divine Blood. You're not going to see the server merge event unless you're on our server, or if you're on the other server that's merging in. I would assume that they'll get that as well too. And make sure that you keep an eye on the palace event. Like I say, always a good way to get herbs. Okay, every time you do one step, you get some herbs, and it's not the cheapy ones. You're always going to get the top two types, which is the mystic herbs and the super herbs. So you're always going to get those when you do that. Not a lot, it's not like they give you 30 or 40 or anything like that. But on the main treasure event, when you hit, I think it's 15, you do get super herbs there. You will get the max ones, which are right here. I'll show you those inside of the actual. I've actually gotten some. You get these, the super martial souls. You will get these when you hit the 15 mark. It depends on what they give you, but they can do some pretty big buffs when you get down to it. I got a mammoth here. I got an upgrade. Doing enhancements. Okay, maxed out. That's what I'm doing. Like I said, I've just focused on these the orange ones, the high grade and the top grade and the super. That's all the ones I focus on. Once I get all these maxed out and I've hit all their enhancements and combinations, then I'll start focusing on that. But these here are pretty pricey in terms of the amount of the actual crystals that you have to use to combine them up. They're pretty heavy. It's a lot. I think it's like 10 to 15,000 per slot. But you get it just through playing the game. There's some in the shop that you purchase. I have it set to automatically purchase every week, every day actually. So we keep that. We just keep the supply because it's free BP. I mean, it's just a matter of you don't got to do anything with them. Just get them, level them up. You don't have to fit them on a character or anything. They just set in your soul, in the bag and just gather. And you get the buffs from them. So it's an easy way to get some free BP. So it's definitely something you want to participate in. Okay, so that's all I got. So we're coming up on the weekend here pretty soon. Tomorrow will be Friday. And like I said, we should see something on Sunday in terms of new events. So we'll try to pop out something and see exactly what we got in terms of that, okay? So again, thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you'll see the bell. Click on it, get notified each time I drop a video. It's Kid Mirror coming at you from the corner, signing out.